morning. That's the view I'm waking up to. It's gorgeous. I took the very first tent site once you get into the trees heading down into Copper Mountain. And I'm moving a little slow, but I hear there's a Starbucks down there, so I think I'm gonna stop, get some coffee, maybe charge up a bit, and then be on my way for a nice long day. I slept pretty well. I was just about to doze off when another camper came in about 9 o'clock. So he got set up and I crashed. Good morning. It's about 6:45 and I just left camp and stopped to take a picture of that pretty white columbine right there. I've got 4 miles to go downhill into Copper. Didn't realize when I stopped that it was quite that far. Somehow on the calculations I'd done, I was only 1.5 miles, so it's a pretty big difference. But anyway, I'm gonna go down there and maybe get some coffee or something and then head on my way, because I hope to do a total of about 15 or 16 miles today, up and over Sorrel Pass, Kokomo Pass, and yeah, should be a beautiful day, and hopefully I've got it in me after being so wiped out yesterday, doing just a little over 11 miles. I really think it was the medicine, and I'm going to do my best to just keep hydrated and keep fed and stay strong. So I realize that you might be wondering how I managed to be 2.5 miles off from my projection yesterday and end up 4 miles away from town. Let me tell you, Far Out has a feature that lets you plan your own routes and save them. So I don't use it every day, but when I am planning like a 4-day trek, as I'm on right now to meet Andy at Timberline Creek Trailhead, I use it to just kind of map out my mileage and make sure that I'm planning the right amount for each day. So for yesterday, I had dropped my pin at the last place that I could camp before I got into town. So that was 2.5 miles from town and 1.5 miles from where I stopped. So that's the 4-mile difference. I need to be more careful about that in the future and double check the guidebook and that sort of thing. But I think I was just so tired that I didn't even think about it last night, but it's fine. I'm doing my downhill climb now, and sometimes it's nice to start with a downhill instead of an uphill, but after I leave Copper, it's all uphill. So it's gonna be definitely a climbing day. I remember literally running through this stretch last year. You can kind of see town and some construction work down there. And I was trying to meet my friend Sandy. I was flat packing and I did that stretch a lot faster than I did yesterday, but there was a huge thunderstorm coming in threatening, and it was really scary. So I was hustling over these boardwalks and down to the parking area as quick as my little body would move. Trail used to go over there where it says sidewalk closed now, but we've got a bit of a detour and a road walk, I guess. I had a very lazy thought that wouldn't it be wonderful to just hop on the bus and go back to Breckenridge and spend the day sleeping, then bring the bus back here in the morning and carry on. Sounds very tempting, but I could also spend a little time in Starbucks and hike up. I know I'd have to go at least 4 miles before I could set my tent to take a nap, but that's another option to get some rest, because I am still just kind of wiped out. I just want to get this medicine out of my system and get some rest and be ready to kill it. So I don't know, I'm going to figure that out and I will let you know. Alright, you can see I'm at the bus stop. I'm going to play lazy hiker today. I decided I got my 4 miles in coming down to Copper. I had my coffee, charged some things at Starbucks, and checked in with Andy on schedules, and it turns out he's getting off early on Friday, so he should be able to meet me at Tennessee Pass in the early afternoon on Friday instead of at Turquoise Lake, which is a bit further. So I think, just given how much of a tough time I had yesterday, I'm gonna take a Nero. I'm gonna go back to Breck. I've got a private room where I can just sleep and rest and be good to go. Hop on an early bus tomorrow back here to Copper, and probably hike about 14 or 15 miles tomorrow. It's 25 total to Tennessee Pass. I'm gonna do most of it tomorrow and then a shorter section on Friday, and then meet up with Andy for the weekend. So this is my cute little private room here at the bunkhouse. I've done the complete pack explosion, as you can see. I stopped on the way here at Walmart to get some drinks and some lunch, and I got here a little after noon. I took the free buses from where was I? Oh my goodness. Copper Mountain. This is why I needed a day off. Anyway, I stopped on the way and I got here a little after 12 by taking the bus from Copper Mountain to Frisco and then down here. Took a little, I don't know, an hour and a half altogether, but that was fine. And yeah, I got here, I got my shower, I got my laundry done, got a nap, felt great. Hanging out in my bathrobe that they provide for all of their guests, even in the hostel. And I'm planning on taking a dip in the hot tub later, just relaxing. I was feeling super self-indulgent and really lazy when I decided to pack it in after 4 miles this morning. But that day yesterday was one of the toughest climbs I've had in a really long time. And I know it wasn't the climb itself, it was me. Just not feeling great from the meds and yeah, all that stuff. So I really felt like this would be the opportunity for me to take a little bit of a break, to slow roll it a little bit till I meet up with Andy on Friday. We're going to have a nice weekend, which we planned since before I started my hike. And because he really wants to support me, which is really awesome. And he wants to drive all the way and take me out for a weekend and give me a good zero. But after that, I will be hitting the trail again at Tennessee Pass, hiking to Twin Lakes, which will be my last resupply before the Collegiate West. And then I'll be kicking some butt because there's not a choice to not kick butt when you're in the collegiates. I think there's still some snow up there that I'll have to navigate around and some long days just to get on to the next stop, which for me would probably be Salida or Monarch Crest. So anyway, we'll see. I got some big miles coming and I thought, you know what? I can give myself permission to take care of myself. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, and sometimes that's a little bit hard for me to do. I feel the pressure is self-imposed very often to just keep hiking or keep doing whatever it is, or put other people first. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this because I feel like doing it. I can do it, and yeah, I'm gonna come first right now. So here I am.